While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupons today. Does that mean if we go on 3 dates with him, we get weird... No, I'm not even going to go down there. Yeah. Some weird themes in that album. The nice mail person slides a couple letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. It takes a couple of tries for them to get it in. Hey, my coupons. I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from HIA. Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please. I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't. I got in! Oh! I got in! Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Oh, I'm really proud of Amanda. I'm very emotionally invested in this game at this point. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god! I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed that interview. And your photography is incredible. Wait, Dad? I know this one's really expensive and it's so far away. I think for a moment. HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're going to make it work. Really? Of course. Amanda hugs me again. Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice. Wherever you want. You not get student loans in America land. Wherever? Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a Rito with a view. I can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch... Let's just do that sentence again. The whole thing again. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch... Oh, no. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch ships sail lazily through the bay. There we go. I knew I had it in me. I knew I could do it. And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes and there are all these galleries nearby and there's a discount if you bring your student ID and... Amanda, slow down. You're going to choke on your burrito. I know, I'm just excited. Did I mention the students get their own studio space once they're seniors? And we get all the professional photo editing software for free. It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA. But I wish she wouldn't do it between bites for her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's going to be. You take a survey online and they match you with someone with a similar major and interests. I bet we're going to be best friends. Craig and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend, apart from I've skipped all the dialogue options with him because I need my mat time. But don't even get me started on bad roommates. Oh no. I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Carl rules. Oh, they let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit, or maybe a snake, or maybe both. Would the snake eat the rabbit, though? Oh, boy. I think I'll leave all that up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So, you know I had that talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No. I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay. I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's going to be some treacherous ice roads to cross. And don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now and you're such a good person and I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're going to make me cry too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's going to make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops. Dad tip number 80. Please don't pirate games. So these are messages I've received. Hi Tony, it's me, your dear old friend from way back in the day, Dad Manda. I'm delighted to see you've signed up for Dadbook. They've recently added this exciting new messenger service, so you may find yourself receiving messages from other dads like myself. Take care not to miss them. Thank you, Dad Manda. Hi, this is Stephen from Dadmazon. I'm out front with your delivery. Oh, there's a save game option. I have not saved the game once in hours. I think we messaged Matt. It's been a while since we've spoken to him. Dad tip 49. If the police are driving behind you, don't give them probable cause to pull you over. Instead of messaging the guy, why don't I just walk over and grab some coffee? I'm feeling really sluggish today anyway. Amanda! Amanda sticks her head out of her room. Father! Want to go to the Coffee Spoon? Oh, so you get called cool once and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo-jazz and stuff? Amanda, are you going to bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology? Look, honey, do you want me to buy you coffee or not? Let me grab my laptop and my leather-bound journal. Amanda and I make the short walk over to the Coffee Spoon. The place is quiet today, just a few people hanging out and reading books in the cosy little nooks. I walk up to the counter and see a familiar, pierced face. Hey, you were the dude I yelled at a bunch the other night. Amanda casts a sideways glance at me. He tried to sell me shirts. And who might you be, miss? This is my daughter, Amanda, the person I am father to and am very protective of. An honour to make your acquaintance. My name is Pablo. Did I mention that I make Witch House music? I wouldn't call Witch House music, but okay. A piercing blow to my ego, though not one that will dissuade my need to impress you. My innate dad senses tingle. I am overwhelmed with a fatherly protective energy. I must do something to protect my child. Change the subject. Defend Witch House. Reappropriate lines from Taken. Oh, we definitely can't defend Witch House. Maybe we could. Hey, Witch House is actually a nuanced form of music that many people enjoy, and I think our dear Pablo here should be proud to be making. Or technically making, since he's only done the logo so far. Yeah! Also, I've never listened to Witch House before. Tony! Matt comes out from washing dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high-five as fellow cool people do. I see you've met my newest employee. At your service, although I'm only here until Vacant Veil starts their world tour. When's that? Well, we have to put out a record first. Alright, Pablo. Now what do we do with customers again? Right, yes. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage? A smashing pumpkin spice latte, please. A classic. And you? I just guess at words with similar letters in, apparently. A pumpkin spiced Latin. Oh, what do we think? Americano football, decaf for cutie, or Father John Misto? Given the concert we just went to, it's probably going to be the American football one, or not. Maybe Death Cab, probably not Father John Misty. Let's go for Americano football. Our coffee is as strong as that band's feelings. Good choice. I don't get it. Oh, American football is a sport, but it's also this emo band that made a good album and then waited over a decade and then made another good album. Their music was very sad and sometimes featured sad trumpets. And I'm over-explaining the joke again. Coming right up. Pablo gets to work making our drinks while Matt observes him. He'll get the hang of it. For as goofy of a dude as he is, kid works hard. Hey, man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again. Hell yeah. I'm actually going to be done training Pablo in a couple of hours and was going to go record shopping. Want to come along? Absolutely. Pablo brings us our drinks and Amanda buries herself in her laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink and cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me he had trouble hanging out with other people. For some reason, he and I can talk and joke like old buds. It's weird. I feel really comfortable around him. Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking to the record store. Have you ever been here before? No, I mean, we have a record player sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive. Oh, this should be fun then. We're going to find you some good stuff. Matt's got that real, what is it? There's that XKCD comic about like finding 10,000 new, like 10,000 new people discovering something every day or something. Anyway, the walls of the stores are packed with posters, artwork, stickers and records. A few people mill around, flipping through milk crates of albums. Some indie band is playing through the speakers. It's a nice vibe. So, why do people still buy records? Isn't it kind of outdated at this point? There's a lot of people who will try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer or more true to the artist's intent, but really I think it's just nice to collect records. It's cool that in this day and age we have just about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones, but there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands that I'll always love. That's why I try to get as many of the records that I love in physical form as possible. Remember when we were kids and we'd have to wait around by the radio with a cassette tape so that we could record our favourite songs? It made each listen really special, and mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took. Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time someone gave me a real mixtape was in high school. I look around the multi-level record store and spot some genres. Future wave, jungle, anarcho-punk, nunsploitation. I have no idea where to even start. Man, this is a little overwhelming. Here, let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavour would you be? Purple. I hope we get like Joker now or whatever. The new Silky album had some purple stuff on that was pretty cool. Anyway, if you could only buy one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be? Power Violence Cherry Blossom, definitely. What's your favourite ambient sound? Rain, Bowling Alley, Star Trek Bridge ambience, or Howls of the Bone chorus? Really, it's Rain. I like the idea of Star Trek Bridge ambience though. What's your dream vacation spot? Either my backyard or starting a new life in the Baltics. Let's go for starting a new life in the Baltics. What's your deepest, darkest fear? I worry that people are only nice to me because they want something from me. I fear that I don't deserve happiness and won't ever get it. This is all getting a bit real all of a sudden. What if nobody exists but me and I've fabricated this universe? Saying you too when the waiter tells you to enjoy your food. I'll go for that one. Matt thinks for a moment. Just because I'm interested to see what it picks. Oh, I know just the thing. Matt runs to the other end of the store and returns holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me. This is Evil Friends by Portugal the Man. Danger Mouse came on this album to produce it, and I think it was the perfect blend of what PTM does and what Danger Mouse does. Super fun, super catchy, you'll love it. I don't really know Portugal the Man. In fact, no, I don't know them at all. It's one of those bands where I know the group, but not the stuff. Danger Mouse, I think I should know more as well. I've got like, was it Dark Night of the Soul? Was Danger Mouse and Sparkle Horse and like some of the Danger Doom stuff and things like that. But yeah, whoa, dude! Thanks for the recommendation. You're gonna have a great time with it, promise. Matt and I bring our records to the cash register. A young girl with a septum ring and a buzz cut stands behind the counter with one earbud in. Usual stuff today, Matt. Just some light pickups. Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm Good at This by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls, and The Greatest Hits by Remo Drive. Tight. Cashier rings Matt up and hands back his albums in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously. Who's the nerd? That nerd is my buddy Tony. Tony, this beacon of human charm is Molly. I got kicked out of art school for destroying my paintings at the end of every critique. Lovely to meet you. Anyway, Matt, is the open mic night still on? You know it. Are the Third Waves going to do a special acoustic performance? I might see if I can get a few of the girls together. There's an open mic night going on? Yeah, dude, we do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through. Got a flyer for it right here. You and Amanda should come by that night. Matt blushes. I mean, if you're not doing anything. Will Vacant Veil be playing? If only. I finished paying for my record and we head out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since Vans had shag carpeting. Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think of all those weird little musical memories? How do you mean? Well, I think music is a very time and place sort of a thing. A song is important to me not only in that I think it sounds good, but where I was and what I was doing when I listened to it. There's music that reminds me of exes, of struggling through school, of being so poor that I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. All that stuff, and listening to those songs reminds me of those moments of my life. Yeah, now that I think about it, even the pop concert Amanda made me take her to was special to me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their songs on the radio reminds me of how young and excited Amanda was. And then that even reminds me of a younger me, going to see my favourite bands in concert with all my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement like we were so slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? Matt stops and thinks for a moment. It's been decades. Dude, me too. Where'd you even get pot now? Is that even what the kids call it these days? I don't know. But I bet I could find out. Do you want to get high and listen to our new records? Yeah, why not? Matt pulls out his phone and starts texting. Oh, what are we doing? We were supposed to be responsible parents. After a few minutes, he looks up and smiles at me. Ah, Molly's got a hookup. Says to meet in an alley near the coffee shop. Okay, if it turns out it's the Fed, you make a break for it and I'll take the heat. Just promise me that you'll raise Amanda like she was your own. You realise that weed has been legalised in this state, right? I definitely knew that. But we live in dangerous times. Who knows what lurks in the seedy underbelly of Maple Bay? We could find ourselves on the wrong end of a deal gone bad. Just look out for Amanda. I swear. Oh, here's our guy. Coming around the corner of one of those nasty grease dumpsters shrouded in darkness is a lean figure dressed in all black. Excuse me, Mr. Drugman. Surprised, the person almost jumps out of their skin. It's Lucian, Damien's son. Who sent you? We're cool, man, we're cool. Says who? For all I know, you could be with the feds. Actually, weed is Prove you're cool. What? I need to know that you're down or I bolt. Show me you're not wearing a wire. Impress him with your extensive knowledge of current drug lingo. I think cite mutually assured destruction. Look, man, we're trying to buy drugs from you, and we know you sell drugs. You have dirt on us, we have dirt on you. We're in this together now. Look, it's fine. I get it. Buzzcut Molly said you were coming. Right. Now that formalities are out of the way, let's... I skipped a word and didn't read it. So, alright, how much do you want? 1. 1 what? Yeah. He means weed, Lucian. Yeah, but how much? These guys both smoked weed, like, when they were younger, they said. 1? Oh my god, look. Here, take this and give me $10. Just don't tell my dad. Let's all forget this ever happened. I won't tell your dad if you don't. Lucian hands me a baggie of something and disappears down the alleyway. I open it and then take a deep whiff. Smells like genuine drugs. Yes, sirree. That went smoothly. Yeah, we should get off of public property before we smoke this. Great idea. Let's head back to my place, yeah? Matt and I walk to our cul-de-sac and stop at a gas station on the way to buy rolling papers and soda. I feel like I'm 16 again. Carmen Sita's having a sleepover tonight, so that gives us all the time we need to do drugs. Awesome! Let's do some drugs! Matt pulls one of the records out of his bag and puts it on for us. I plop down on a comfy leather couch and look around his place. There are a bunch of band posters and his record collection takes up an entire wall. Whoa, what a collection. Been collecting my whole life. It was nice to finally get them in one place after being on the road for so much of my life. Had to ask my parents to hold on to them for me. Matt sits down next to me and we lay the marijuana drugs out on the coffee table. Do you want to do the honours? Please, it's your house. If you say so. Matt pulls out some rolling papers and sprinkles some of the beatnik tobacco onto a piece. He starts rolling it back and forth and the paper breaks almost immediately, spilling drugs all over the couch. Never was too good at this. Matt tries again and is able to successfully roll a nice-looking weed cigarette. He hands me a lighter and the blunt, I think, and I take it. Well, let's open up the nug, smoke some of that gateway drug, or rip that golf fairway. I think we rip that golf fairway. Yes, yes, let's do that. I light the joint and inhale deeply. This is not what I remembered. It's been a while though. Maybe pot drugs have just gotten more potent since the last time I smoked. I pass the joint to Matt and cough a little bit. Should it sting this much or am I just a baby? Matt takes his a hit and his eyes go wide. That's not weed. Oh god. Did we develop a taste for meth? No, no, it's... Matt takes another hit and winces. Yeah, this is oregano. I sniff the air. Yeah, that would definitely explain why it smells like a pizza place in here. That little punk ripped us off. Oh well, we can still relax and enjoy the music sober. You know what? You're right. We sit and listen through the Diet Sig album that Matt bought, which is catchy as hell. I look around the room again and see photos of Carmencita growing up. I spot a young woman with a huge smile in one of the pictures with the two. Who's that? Oh, that's Rosa. She was Carmencita's mother. She died when Carmencita was young. I'm sorry to hear that. Amanda lost Alex at a young age too. I can understand how hard that must have been. I look around again, spotting a framed gig poster hanging on the wall. On it, there's an illustration of Matt and Rosa surrounded by flowers. The cursive lettering reads, Stillness the Dancing. Looks like they played the Soundgarden over a decade ago. Were you two in a band together? Yeah, that was the reason I was touring so much when I was younger. We travelled the whole country in this rinky-dink little van. It was hard to start, but once we started gaining notoriety and seeing how much our songs meant to kids, it was just incredible. Wow, that seems like a life some people only dream of. It was, and it was difficult at the same time. I couldn't have done it without someone by my side. Rose and I knew that we couldn't do it forever. The long hours on the road, missing your family, sleeping in the van, all that stuff. So once she became pregnant with Carmencita, we put down roots in our favourite town to play in, right here. Since she was a kid, Rosa always had a dream to own a quiet little coffee shop. She died before it opened. I'm so sorry. Don't be. I'm not really sure what to say. I couldn't possibly count the number of times I told people the same thing after Alex died. Matt gets up to flip the record. Next to the turntable, I noticed a dusty piano. Do you play? I'm out of practice. I used to jam on the keys back in the day. Oh yeah? I fronted the hottest 7-piece ska band that Eagle Rock Bay High School had to offer. No way, you had a ska phase? Phase? Ska never dies. Except for Ska Manifesto, who broke up after the senior talent show to pursue solo careers. Dude, that's so rad. Matt pulls out the piano bench. Give me some of that two-tone love. Oh man, let's see if I still got it. I sit down at the piano. It's gotta be the ska. Hey, I think I'm doing it. I'm playing ska. Wait, that was just Smoke on the Water. Matt, I've forgotten how to play. The Deep Purple is always appreciated nonetheless. Alright, buddy, can you top that? I shouldn't. Oh, come on. No, it's been a long time. Never too late to get back into it. Matt, you just sat through a butchered version of Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water. How much worse can it be? Matt stares at the piano for a second. Okay. Okay. What the hell was that with the sweat and aubergines? Sorry, eggplants. Because we're in America for this one. Matt closes his eyes and runs his fingers over the key. He breathes in deep and starts playing a melody. If I didn't know that he hadn't played the piano in a long time, I would never have guessed it. Matt plays a soft, sweet tune filled with emotion. I've never heard this before. Is this one of his original works? This is so cool. Matt finishes the song and finally opens his eyes. How was that? That was amazing. Oh, it's nothing. Come on, man, that was killer. Are you going to pull that out for the open mic night? Oh, no, I never play at those. Well, why not? You're really good. It's just, I just don't do it anymore. I just don't like being up there and alone and having so many people stare at me. It doesn't feel fun anymore. I can sense that Matt's getting uncomfortable at the thought of it. I won't push him any further. Alright, man, but I hope you know how beautiful your music is. Thanks. Matt and I sit and listen to more records until it gets late and I decide that I need to get to bed. Matt walks me to my door. Let's never tell anyone about the oregano, okay? Deal. Wait, can I tell my doctor? I don't know anything about the health effects of smoking oregano and I think we'll be fine. Night, dude. I smile. Night. I walk inside and the house is dark, save for the sliver of light coming from beneath Amanda's door. I knock lightly on the door and enter Amanda's room. She's sitting at her desk with the camera, editing photos. Hey, Amanda. Amanda swivels around in her chair to face me and slumps down. What smells like a pizza parlor in here? What? Nothing. So, what's up? Dad, I'm hungry. Wait, no. Hi, hungry. No, I'm Dad. Amanda collapses on the floor. I promised myself I'd never let it come to this. Sorry, kiddo. You set it up, I spike it down. You're a monster. Want some spaghetti? Yes, please. Amanda and I boil pasta up and heat up sauce in a pan. Well, I boil pasta and heat up sauce while Amanda watches. Despite my best efforts, I'm not able to set it on fire. How was record collecting? It was great. Did you know that Matt used to play in a band? No way. Was he good? I don't know if the band was good, but he played some piano for me tonight and it was amazing. He played piano for you? Dude. Yeah, I brought up that he should play at the open mic night that's happening in his coffee shop, but he got kind of weird about it. Hey, I saw a flyer for that. We should go. It's not too late to start a father-daughter punk band and play a couple tunes there. Yeah, let me break out my glockenspiel. I think I only know hot cross buns, but we can work off of the chord progression. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back to her room to do photography stuff. I end up watching True Life. I'm a house hunter. They're staging the intervention of the house hunter, who is crying uncontrollably over the colour of the walls. They know they can paint the walls of their house any colour they want, right? Matt's song is stuck in my head all night. Dad tip 44. Gas is cheaper in the suburbs. We did better on band puns somehow this time. Pretty low on oregano. Respect seems a little higher, but